Today we have two very skilled fighters going head to head. Moon Knight versus Ra's al Ghul. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Moon Knight, Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jake Lockley. Four different aspects of the same man who was resurrected by Khonshu, the Egyptian lunar god of vengeance and justice, to serve as his avatar. Those unjust mortals who prey upon the innocents who travel at night, beware the vengeance of the Moon Knight. Moon Knight is physically strong enough to snap steel beams over his knee, physically destroy a car, and is fast enough to dodge, deflect, and even cut bullets in half. Due to his multiple personalities, Mark possesses an extraordinary degree of pain tolerance and has casually ignored massive wounds and injuries in order to just keep on fighting. Like Moon Knight has been shot by bullets, stabbed by knives or swords, and even been shot in the chest with a crossbow, and he just kept on fighting through all of it. Moon Knight is a highly skilled fighter, who's adept in both armed and unarmed combat. He's a former heavyweight boxing champion, and has a comprehensive knowledge of the weak points in the human body. His fighting style is brutal and straight to the point, combining Krav Maga, Savate, Judo, Kung Fu, and Filipino martial arts to put down his opponents as quickly and painfully as possible. Taskmaster claims that there's no one fighting style he hates to copy more than Moon Knight's, and that's because, unlike other fighters, Mark prefers not to block or evade an attack if it gives him the opportunity to counterattack his opponent. He will even court his opponent in to attack and trust his stamina and ability to take a punishment. He's highly adept in all forms of weaponry, including shurikens, combat knives and swords, batons, truncheons, bow staffs, nunchucks, chains, and bolos. His go-to weapons are crescent darts, which he can hurl with impressive force and accuracy, and are very similar to Batman's batarangs. Moon Knight would usually wear a costume made out of bulletproof Kevlar, but he's recently put on outfits lined with adamantium or carbonadium. And then in the other corner of Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul, whose name translates to the demon's head in Arabic, is the centuries-old leader of the League of Assassins. He seeks to purge humanity of crime and corruption, utilizing the rejuvenating Lazarus pits to maintain his immortality. Though Ra's seeks to make Batman his successor, Batman opposes him. Thanks to prolonged use of the Lazarus pits, Ra's has enhanced strength, speed, and agility. He's strong enough to easily decapitate opponents, throw grown men through the air, and Red Hood hasn't been able to break his grip before, and Jason is strong enough to hold up the roof of a building. Ra's is surprisingly fast, as he's been able to kill multiple people before any of them can react, move his sword so fast that it just looks like a blur, and he's managed to cut Etrigan the Demon so fast that it was said it looked like he had teleported. He's durable enough to take massive falls, get hit with Black Canary's Canary Cry, and be shot with Apocalyptic laser fire, and he's also able to easily brush off batarangs that Batman throws at him. Ra's has centuries and centuries of combat experience, and has regularly shown that he is skilled enough to fight against and even defeat both Batman and Deathstroke. He usually always fights with his swords, and is a superb swordsman, even being able to outduel Deathstroke. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, both of these guys are actually very, very skilled fighters, and this would be one incredible fight. Ra's is a superb swordsman, and an incredibly efficient hand-to-hand fighter. He's been fighting for centuries, and is skilled enough to go up against and fight and even defeat both Batman and Deathstroke. Then in terms of swordsmanship, well, he's actually been able to outduel and defeat Slade Wilson. And Slade is a metahuman, who's one of the greatest fighters and assassins in the DC universe. Then Batman and Bane weren't able to take down Ra's in terms of swordplay. However, Moon Knight has more commendable physicality, meaning he's stronger, faster, and much, much more durable. And this durability will really come in handy in this fight. Mark has a history of displaying an incredible level of pain tolerance, especially against knives or swords. Then there's the carbonated armor scattered throughout his attire that Raish was to contend with. It won't grant him invulnerability to attacks necessarily, but it can protect him from critical attacks, like a direct stab to the chest. And considering Raish's degree of skill, this will definitely come in handy. There's also the fact that Moon Knight brings a whole lot more versatility to the fight. First up, there's his throwing weapons. Obviously, these can be used to injure his opponents with cuts or stabs. But it's not just that. Mark actually has an extensive history of using his crescent darts to disarm people, and he's even proven that he can ricochet projectiles effectively too. On top of that, he's got his trusty truncheon. This is made out of adamantium and can be used as a blunt force attack and block all of Raish's sword strikes. Basically, at the end of the day, Moon Knight could easily be compared to an absolutely ruthless version of Batman, and Bruce has defeated Raish the majority of the time throughout the years. So, with that being said, I would say Moon Knight can take down Ra's al Ghul as well. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just like this one every single day. And I'll see y'all next time.